Good noontime to you. Hey, I'm Pastor Joanna Gregg. Thank you for joining. This is Mount Horeb Lutheran Church and our daily devotion time together. We are in the season of Lent and we are following along with the places of the Passion. The daily devotion, we're following this. If you don't have it, that's okay, because we go literally verse by verse. We are continuing in the Gospel of Matthew, and today is chapter 6, verse 9. It's very familiar. We've probably all memorized this verse. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. And looking forward to tomorrow's daily devotion, this verse is even split into two devotions. So today we're even going smaller than usual. It's half of a verse, basically. Our Father in heaven. And a lot is said through these words in Jesus' words and in Matthew's Gospel. So, first of all, the word Father. Maybe you heard in confirmation class, it was Jesus calling God Daddy, basically. Abba, Father, a familial term that is used only by sons and daughters. So this is the first thing that is poignant for this very specific half of a verse, that we have God's name has been given to us in such an intimate way that we have been claimed as sons and daughters, and that we can call, along with Jesus, God, our Daddy. Now, with all of human things comes sin, and it doesn't. The word Daddy does not encompass everything God is, but it does clue us in to the intimacy and the obedience and the respect and, well, intimacy on a divine level of God's love that we have been given the gift of. I just read Bob Hawkins, Dr. Bob Hawkins' latest articles. That's why I'm thinking of love as well. I invite you to read those. They come out with the Friday e-news and with our not bulletins, newsletters. Okay, so our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Tomorrow's going to be hallowed be your name, but basically these words give us access, and Jesus is giving us a model prayer. Through Matthew's words, it's even more outlined for us than in the other Gospels. There's more words to it, and so it makes, again, praying more accessible. And Jesus is saying, looking at the big picture, you don't need a lot of words to have this relationship with God. You just need these basic, and Pastor Hill covered it yesterday with the how we frame an outline of a prayer, with the Acts and with the Lord's Prayer, and I also think of Martin Luther's explanation. We have been I had it pulled up. I had Martin Luther's catechism pulled up on my phone. Now doesn't that seem like we're in a different age? Because we are, but I have the small catechism app now, and some of the people who are going through confirmation and some youth I've been in conversation with, and the words, what does this mean, come up a lot in our world and in our lives, and I always think of Martin Luther and remember fondly that this is part of who we are, saying this question, what does this mean? And so I invite you to, we are going to go through the words of the Lord's Prayer in our daily devotions. Tomorrow we're going to talk about God's name being holy, so stay tuned for that. But the ways that God views and is intimacy, obedient and faithful with us, are the ways that we are to model our life, and that is our Father in heaven can remind us of this. So I hope that you have a wonderful Friday. I didn't feel like moving away from the window where the birds are singing. I hope that you find a place of joy this morning it is 11:30 already today, to enjoy the outdoors. So have a great one, and will you pray with me? Dear our Father, who is heavenly and earthly, we thank you for the gift that you have given us in words to address you and the things that we live in the truth that we are your sons and daughters. Point us to the ways that we can point to you, to others, and be your disciples this day and this whole weekend. And to you be the glory. Amen. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you at worship.